Host started recording.
Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our brand ambassadors, all our global ambassadors, all our ambassadors, and also peace, blessings, and enough love to all users and to every and anyone that is watching this now or watching, um, sometime in the future on whatever social media platform that you might access this recording. I do thank you for joining us. Remember, daylight saving time is finished and it's now Eastern Standard Time, which means we put the clock back a hour. All right, so please remember that the clock is, back an hour. So, it will take a little while to get acclimated, just like when we went to daylight saving time. It took a little while for a few people to get acclimated to the new time shift. So we hope to see you shortly for those who are still on their way coming. All right, but we do apologize for the inconvenience of the United States of America daylight saving time. All right, and so we are going to start on this fine November the 7th, 2023, and we do thank you all for joining us on this wonderful evening for another impactful meeting when it comes on to the mindset, especially. And so, before we get fully into the mindset, we're just going to play a song, and we all know it's a renowned international singing artist known as Lurato Shadari, and she sung this song specifically for Unpassive, which is In It to Win It. But just last week, we Unpassive orchestrated with the Arab African Investment and International Corporation, where we had 3 days of wonderful presentations and demonstrations and activities and displays and all of that. So look at this video. It will be In It to Win It, sung by our international singing artist, Lurato Shadari. But it is the first 2 days, day 1 and day 2, of what happened in our meetings last week with the Arab African Investment and International Corporation. So watch as we take a look at this wonderful video.
impossible. OnPassive, the future of internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Wonderful, wonderful. Stand clear of the closing door, please. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Lerato Shadari. Really appreciate that song, In It to Win It. That was awesome. Thank you very much. And going forward and listening clearly to our speaker, our first speaker for today. Our first speaker deals with the mindset. And of course, you and I know that the mindset is very important, especially when it comes on to getting a lot of money. If you don't have the proper mindset, getting a lot of money will be no avail. It has been proven in the past. People win lotto. People might hit some sports and get big. People might play, you know, the casino and they hit it big. And, just within a few weeks or a few days, sometimes, it becomes catastrophic. And so, therefore, we have to have the proper mindset if we want to really be wealthy in this life. We'll have to have the proper mindset. And so, therefore, without any further ado, we will be having a wonderful, beautiful young lady. She's a founder and CEO of Your Own Uniqueness, Inc. It's a nonprofit 501c3 that deals with self-improvement and overcoming barriers that hinders people from reaching their full potential and walking in their destiny. So it's not just since OnPassive that this beautiful queen has been helping people to get into their own uniqueness. She is the author of many books and, of course, international transformational speaker and life coach. And she had a talk show. She was a talk show host for 2 seasons on and one season on My TV 20, and the second season on WADL in Detroit. She's an educator, author, as I said before, and one of our books is This Is Not a Comma. No, sorry. This is a comma in your life, not a period. I miss the hugs, but not the hurts. Oh my goodness, and a lot of us can relate to that. That's one of our other books. The Spirit in You, another book. And the fourth book is Taking Control of Your Life from the Inside Out. And that is very important. And so, without any further ado, to give us the mindset today, is none other than our own Queen, Dr. Tunishai A. Ford, which will be touching on the topic, what's love got to do with it? 6 reasons money actually matters in a relationship. 6 reasons. Thank you very much. Over to you, Queen Dr. T.
All right, all right. How is everybody doing this evening? Can you all see me and hear me? Okay. It is a blessing and a privilege to be here again. And I'm not going to get discouraged about the numbers because the numbers don't matter. It's all about the message and all about the one who's sending the message. And that message is coming from the Most High. I believe that all of my messages are inspired by him. And I really hope that this particular message will really touch your hearts and really just transform your minds. And as you already know, that when I give a message, I am the first partaker of the message. I don't just give it to you. I'm the first partaker. So it's for me first, and then I want to share it with you. Now, you're probably wondering, Dr. Derek said the message is entitled, "What's Love Got to Do with It?" Now, most of you are familiar with Tina Turner, and she had a hit song entitled, "What's Love Got to Do with It?" So I want to ask you guys, think about this. Think about the relationship between money and love. This is what we're going to talk about tonight, the relationship between money and love. What's love got to do with your money? What's love got to do with you being wealthy? We talked about this last week. We talked about being frugal. And the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about a millionaire mindset. So what we want to do today is cover the topic of how money is very important when it comes down to your relationships. Now, we are all on Paspians, and most of the messages that I have ministered has been about you and your money alone. But what happens when you bring another person into the mix? What happens when you start commingling your money? When you start getting all this money from on passive, it's something to think about. It's something that you have to be very, very aware of and be conscious of what is going to happen at this point. You've heard the expression, love is blind. Love covers a multitude of faults. Love conquers all. But guess what? Love may indeed conquer all, but love still needs a roof over its head, right? Love still needs to be fed. Love still needs to pay the bills. So we're going to look at something. We're going to look at 6 reasons why money actually matters in your relationships. But I want to say this too before I go on. If you are a single person and you're just dating, you just meet somebody, you're just dating, you should not be co-mingling your money. So if that's where you are right now, let's take that off the table right now. Dispel that myth. Do not commingle your money with someone that you are not married to or someone that you don't intend to be married to. That's just a golden nugget. That's free, like everything else I've given you, okay? But remember that. Do not commingle your money with someone that is not your spouse or someone who is not going to be potentially your spouse. So let's get into right now the 6 reasons why money actually matters in a relationship. The first reason, relationships should be equal. And that might mean something different to everybody, but relationships should be equal when it comes down to money. Now, most people may think that, does that mean 50-50? No, I'm not talking about percentages. I'm talking about the value that you bring. What are you? It can't be 50-50 if you're both not making the same salary. Now, even you on Paspians, everybody may not be making the same amount of money. You might be the kind of person, maybe you're that aggressive person and you're getting the affiliates on and you're getting people to come and get to Old Connect, and you're not having, and not only are you having traffic drawn to your website, but you're also out there yourself making it happen. So you may meet somebody who may be an on Paspian, who you may want to be with, but they're not making the same type of money. So you can't split it 50-50. But what I'm trying to share with you right now is, although it may not be split down the middle, you all would come up with a way, an alternative where you both can feel satisfied and you both can feel fulfilled in contributing to the relationship in terms of your money. Knowing exactly what both partners are expected to contribute in a relationship will make you both feel fulfilled and make you both feel like you're contributing something to this relationship. So that's why it's very important that your relationship be equal. When I say equal, I'm not talking about in terms of the percentage. I'm talking about the value that you both are going to bring to the relationship. I wanted to share this with you. Oftentimes in my downtime, I like to watch a lot of the court shows. I don't know why I'm just drawn to court show. I like to see how they're done. And many of the cases deal with money. and oftentimes relationships. It may be a person that may have gone through a divorce with someone. It may have been a person that may be just dating, but they get involved with people and they're suing that person because that person did something, with a contract, or they did not meet an expectation concerning money. So this is the reason why I believe that this topic is so important to you all today. And this is the reason why I believe that the first one that I'm sharing with you about being equal, when you are in a relationship, not being single and dating, not being single and just dating. I'm talking about when you are engaged and you intend to be married, or you are a married couple. It is very, very important that you define what you are going to do with your money, both partners. The second one, you don't want to unexpectedly need to support someone. Let me say that one again. You don't want to unexpectedly need to support someone. Now, here I'll give you a scenario. We talked about this a few minutes ago. Here you call yourself dating someone. You meet somebody for the first time, maybe online, maybe through a mutual friend, and you're going out and you're really enjoying each other. In the first or second week of your dating or spending time together, this person tells you, I'm broke, I can't pay for dinner, I can't do this, I can't do that. Wow. Okay, that's a surprise. You don't want to put yourself in situations like that. So therefore, when you are dating, these people are already showing you themselves. They're already showing you what they're made of. If they're going to come with an empty pocket or an empty wallet or purse in the very beginning of the relationship, it's probably going to be the same way if you get engaged or married. So you don't want to unexpectedly be having to support somebody. It's okay for you to be supportive of each other. We all fall on hard times, but you got to look at the person's situation. Why are they in this situation? How did they get to this place? Isn't it amazing how they just met you and all of a sudden they have a $5,000 debt? Isn't that amazing how they want to borrow it from you because you're so in love? You got the Google eyes and you got the butterflies in your stomach. No. Stay away from that. You do not want to unexpectedly need to support anyone. Anyone that you get involved with, that you want to be engaged with, or you're married, it should be, again, as I said in number one, it should be equal. Somebody should be bringing something to the table. Both persons should be contributing something. Nobody wants to feel used or misused. And this is why it's so important that when it comes down to money, money matters. But you also have to understand that both people need to contribute to where you're trying to go in life. You want to make plans. You want to do big things. Now you're adding another person to the mix in your finances. And you want to make sure that person is respectful and responsible when it comes down to money. So you don't want to unexpectedly need to support anyone. Please don't do that. I see it all the time. Men taking care of women they just met, or women doing the same with men. If you're not in a committed relationship, all right? If you're not in a relationship where if you're not married, if you're not going to the altar, you should not be in a situation where you find yourself dishing out all the money. This person is always broke. This person never has anything, but yet they're expecting you to take care of them. All right? Number three, you might also have to be prepared to unexpectedly support someone. Now, I'm talking about in a marriage situation now, all right? Because if you're not married, you're just dating this person, you shouldn't even be looking at this one, okay? But sometimes when you're married, we understand that life happens. You're married for a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe 20 years. Life happens. Even if you're an on-pass-man, you have all this money coming in, you're doing well. Hey, maybe your spouse may make a bad investment. It's not on purpose. Maybe they were swindled. Maybe they got bad advice, whatever it may be. Maybe they might have a gambling problem, an addiction that takes up the money. Or they may fall sick. Anything can happen. Remember, when you are in a committed long-term relationship, or even if it's just getting started, when you're married, you're in it together. Sometimes you may fall on hard times, no matter what you're going through. When I say hard times, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're broke. but it does mean that it's going to be impactful. If a person has an addiction, that's going to be taking money from the pot. If a person made a bad investment, again, that's taking money from the pot. If a person falls ill, although you may have insurance, you have to pay. Sometimes a lot of your insurances don't cover certain things. You have to come out of your pocket. So sometimes when you are in a committed relationship, you may have to, I'm going to say that again, you may have to take and support someone. And that's fine. That's a situation, but you need to be ready for it mentally. You should be ready for it spiritually, and you have to be ready for it psychologically. You may have to be in a place in your life where you have to support someone. That's an unexpected thing, but you don't make sure that you're not going to be in a place where you're not going to be ready for that, because many marriages do break up because they're not ready to unexpectedly take care of a spouse that may have made poor choices, that may have become ill, or maybe have an addiction. When you get married, it's for better or worse. Is that correct? So think about those things. So you might also have to be prepared to unexpectedly support someone. That's number 3. Number 4, and this is so important, you need to have similar financial priorities. This is the time, if you are dating someone and you've been dating this person for a while and you're thinking about marriage, oftentimes couples don't talk about money. I don't understand why. They talk about everything else. Religion, how you want to rear your kids, you know what I'm saying, what's your favorite colors. But somehow it's like when money is a very sensitive topic. You don't feel like, I don't want to find out how much money he makes, because that might be personal. I mean, I've been dating him for 3 or 4 months and everything, and I really like the guy, or I really like the girl, and she seems to have money here and there, but I don't really know if I want to bother that subject, because that's kind of personal. If you're thinking about spending the rest of your life with someone, you need to find out, you need to make sure that you have your priorities straight, okay? Find out, this is the time when you ask yourself, who am I getting involved with? Remember, what does love have to do with it, right? We're talking about a lifetime commitment. Money should be involved in this. Oftentimes when couples date, now I don't know about most of you, but I know that being a Christian, most people who are dating go through counseling. And it's the counselor's job, and I'm listening to me very, very carefully. It's the counselor's job to make sure that you are compatible as you can be. And one of the things they're going to do, they're going to ask you about your finances. They're going to ask you, how do you feel about money? Remember last week, I talked about being frugal. What if you marry somebody who doesn't have the same type of mindset, or you fall in love with that person? Okay, I always make this statement. You may not be able to help who you fall in love with, but you can certainly help who you stay in love with. Let me say that again. That's a golden nugget. You may not be able to help who you fall in love with, but you can help who you stay in love with. Money is a very important factor. It really is. Don't take that lightly. I'm not saying that you want to run off and divorce a person or leave a person, but money is your foundation sometimes, okay? Love is important. Don't get me wrong. But many marriages and relationships have broken up. Many things have fallen apart because they have not taken care of their money. Their priorities were not right, or their priorities were not the same when it came down to handling money. The decisions that each partner makes is going to affect everything. It's going to affect everything. So make sure before you make a decision, this is for people who are dating, people who may be thinking about marriage. Okay, if you're thinking about marriage and you're dating someone that you really, really like, make sure that you have the conversation about your money. Make sure that their priorities are in order. See if this person has a lot of debts. See if this person are paying their bills. See if this person is very materialistic. These things are very important. You need to be looking at these things. Don't have all these Google eyes and be blinded. I know love is blind. We just talked about that. But open up your eyes and look at the habits, the spending habits, the money habits this person has. Are they savers? Are they investors? Do they believe in tithing? Are they givers? Are they generous? You know, when you go out to dinner, does he leave a tip or does she leave a tip? Whoever's paying for it. How do they treat one another when it comes out to money? You know, are they thrifty, or are they people who just spend money like it's just water in a person's hand? How do they spend their money? What do they spend their money on? These are the things that you should be looking at while you are considering dating, especially you men, because men, you are the pursuers. You are the one who's going to ask a woman to take on your name. That is very important, who you give your life to. Because a lot of these women, they have their nails on and their hair done and the eyelash, they look good and everything, but they may be broke. They may not have any type of, when it comes down to money, they don't have a value system. They don't care. It's all about a means of exchange for them. Put the money in their hand and they spend it. You don't want anybody like that. I don't care if you are on pass beyond. I don't care if you are getting money every single month. Okay? You do not want someone in your life that's going to take the money that you worked for or that you've invested in and just spend it. All of those things are so important. So make sure that you have similar financial priorities before you go into a marriage situation. Even people who are married, when this money starts coming in, before you may have had a deal, well, my money is my money, his money is his money, you know, and the two will never meet. That might be your situation. Or maybe you might be a couple that say, okay, our money, the money that we bring in is our money. Now we're talking about a lot of money, more money coming in. You still need to come together as a couple and make sure you talk about, what are we going to do with all of this money? Because sometimes when you have a lot of money, people change. Sometimes money can change people. Sometimes money can change people's priorities. So make sure you stay in tune. Make sure you stay abreast on how you are spending the money. What is your mindset when it comes down to that wealth? That's very, very important. So again, number 4, you need to have similar financial priorities. All right? Similar financial priorities. Number 5, planning a financial future is important, especially if you are, again, going to be married and you may even want to bring children. If you're in a place right now where you're childbearing age and you've never been married before and you want to have children, all of these things are so important to consider. You want to plan a financial future. When you sit down with a person, and a man, when you ask a woman to be your wife, this is the time to start planning for your future. Do you want to buy a home? Do you want to own property? Maybe you don't want to own a property. You may say, well, I don't want a house. You might just want to rent for the rest of your life. I don't know why you would do that, but maybe that's what you want to do. Maybe you're the kind of couple that you don't want to be bogged down and you just want to travel all over the world. That's what you want to do. You might want to be a missionary. You want to travel and go to another country and for ministry. These are things you want to do, but you want to plan your financial future. This is all part of the counseling. And if you don't have a handle on that, go and get counseling. Ask somebody, an investor or a minister or someone that you think you can trust, what are the different areas that you should invest your money? What are the different areas that you should be looking at as a couple when you get married? Because again, remember, you're used to taking care of you. Now it's time to bring somebody else into the mix with your money. Most of us, if not all of us, are going to be very wealthy. On passive is going to make wealthy people. If it's not millionaire status, it's going to be very close to it. And when you bring someone else into the mix, even those who are already married, okay, a mindset shift, a paradigm shift. Make sure that you're on one accord. Make sure you take the time and plan.
Whole comment in the garage, he don't sit up there.
Monica Childs, you are.
Only one beat them because they were all out.
Monica Childs, you're not muted. Thank you. I apologize. Make sure that you're on one accord when you are planning for your future. So number 5, planning a financial future together is very important, especially if you intend to be married and bring children into the mix. All those things are very important. Money on education. Do you want your children to go to college? Do you want your kids to go? Do you want your children to take a special trade? Or do you want your children to, if your children may have special skills, are you going to pay for that? You know, all these things you need to talk about. You know, all these things you need to talk about. You know, again, money is a living entity. I've taught you that. It's a living entity. It's to be respected. You have to be responsible. And when you bring another person into your life, it's going to be a part of your monies. You have to be on one accord. So make sure that you write things down and begin to start planning for your financial future. And last but not least, it's so easy to fight about money, but don't. Don't let that be the reason why you have a breakup in your marriage. Don't let that be the reason why you don't go to the altar. Take care of number 1 through 5 first. Remember the things that we talked about. Make sure that, like I said, if you are a single person, you should not be commingling your money with somebody anyway. That's not what you should be doing, but so many people do that. But if you decide that you are a person who wants to be married and you want to have a long-term relationship with this person because you want to be married to this person, you should be thinking about what money has to do with your love life, with your relationship, because money is very, very important. You have to communicate. You have to have a respect for your money, because what you do, the decisions that you make can impact that. Do you know that most divorces, one of the top 5 reasons why people divorce is because of money? Because of money. 4 out of 10 people get a divorce, especially in the United States. And that's not good. You should be able to stay together. How is it that you are married for 25, 30 years, and then you want to get divorced because now all of a sudden you say that he has a gambling problem, or he has an addiction problem, or he made a poor investment, whatever it may be, nip these things in the bud right now. Begin to talk about these things. Begin to pray about these things. Come together and pray about your finances. Come together and make concrete plans. Again, seek out a counselor. Seek out a person who knows about money, how to invest, how to take and utilize money from day-to-day living. Maybe you're not good with that. Maybe you're not good with managing the bills. Maybe your spouse is, then let that person do it. If it's a woman that's good with finances and a woman that's good with paying the bills, men, swallow your pride and let her do it. It's okay. It's okay to let the woman handle the money as long as she's good at handling the money. Not squandering the money, but taking care of the bills, taking care of the savings, taking care of the investments, whatever it may be. Because too many people or too many couples are leaving the marriage because of money. Do not allow money to be a deterrent of having a lifetime of love and happiness. I believe that love is something that should be experienced by everyone. Do not allow money to be that factor. I don't know about you or anybody else, but so many people want to be in love. So many people want to have love. So many people, you deserve that. That's what God intended for you. Money is just an entity. Don't allow yourself to go through a life of being lonely and alone because you're afraid. I was looking at Oprah Winfrey. And Oprah Winfrey, it was said that she did not want to marry Stepman, that's the guy she's dating, because she's concerned about her money. Maybe she's afraid that he may try to take it from her. Maybe she's afraid that he'll try to, she won't be to trust him. I don't know. But they've been dating for years. And she's never allowed herself to be married. She's been in love. She's been intimate with this man, but she's never gotten married. Oprah Winfrey. I'm pretty sure a lot of you may admire her, but that's really something to think about. Why is somebody so wealthy would not allow themselves to be married? Don't let that be your story. Understand that money is the answer to all things. Also understand that for the love of money is the root of all evil. But not the money itself, but the mindset of the people who control it. This is why I say that money matters when it comes down to relationships, when it comes down to love. Love is something that's very, very important. We all want to have, but guess what? Money is important too. So that's why I entitled this message, What's Love Got to Do with It? 6 reasons money matters in a relationship. Let me give you a recap. The first reason why money matters in a relationship is relationships should be equal, and it needs to be decided what that means to you. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to be equal? Again, I'm not talking about percentages. I'm talking about value. What you want to bring to the table, what each partner is going to bring to the table. Number 2, you don't want to unexpectedly need to support someone. If you are dating someone and you're thinking about being married, look at their finances. You don't want to marry someone that's broke. You don't want to marry somebody who doesn't have the same value system when it comes down to money, because they will squander the money while you're trying to save and invest and live a quality life. Stay away from that. Number 3, you might have to prepare to unexpectedly support someone. When you're married, life happens. It may not always be a bed of roses. Be prepared for that mentally, psychologically, spiritually. You're life partners. You're in it together. Don't throw away this person because they may have fallen on hard times or they made poor choices. Okay? That's your partner. Stay with that person and be with them until the end. But prepare yourself for that journey. Number 4, you need to have similar financial priorities. When you get involved with someone, make sure you're on the same page when it comes down to the value of money. Again, I'm going to say that again. Make sure you're on the same page when it comes down to the value of money. What are your priorities when it comes down to money? Are they frugal and you like to spend money and just throw it away? That's not a good match. That's going to be a road to destruction. So make sure that you have your financial priorities are very similar. Number 5, planning a financial future is important, especially if you decide that you want to be married and bring children into the mix. Because when you have children, that changes things. Because not only do you have to share your money between the two of you, we're talking about a third person, a fourth person, a fifth person, and so on, depending on how many children you want to have. So that's something that's very, very important. And the last but not least, it's easy to fight about money, but don't do it. Don't let that be the reason why you don't have a relationship. Too many people are arguing now. People that fell in love, been in love for years, and they have a falling out, and they're no longer married because they allowed money to come between them. This is not God's best when you do that. So I say this to you all. If you follow the 6 reasons that I gave you tonight, I believe that when that time comes, when it's time to share your wealth with someone else, if you keep those things in mind, I believe that you'll be well on your way to success and having a very healthy and wealthy love relationship. Thank you so very much for allowing me to share. Thank you. Are we there? Dr. Derek? I put everybody to sleep. Okay. Okay.
No, 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 no. You put no one to sleep. Well, you didn't put me to
Okay.
sleep, of course, but we had to get that resound in, and
Okay.
sometimes to access it, it kind of take a few maneuvering, and I getting used to it, remembering that it's even there, so to speak, and and so wonderful, 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 wonderful mess. I tell you, you should be a marriage counselor, because I tell you, definitely a lot of persons are not getting this aspect of the whole marriage situation, of the whole relationship situation. Most people just bypass it and ignore it and not really taking it as an item that needs to be discussed seriously before going into that realm. Um, you know, so I really appreciate it. I really thank you. And yes, a lot of marriages end because the money thing wasn't right. This one is a spender, um, and or a gambler, or something of that sort, and so you know it's hard to have a future with such a scenario. So most definitely, and when it comes on to on passive, yes, we might think that, oh, all right, we're going to be getting this lump sum of money every week, every day, every month, whatever it is. But still, let us not be just be just, you know um, thinking that, well, some more going to come, so it doesn't matter. Let us be very mindful. Let us be very cautious on how we make good use of our finances. I thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Dr. Tunishai. I thank you very, very much. Really, really appreciate that, all of that information. And at this time, if there's anyone who wants to comment or wants to, you know, give their, maybe ask a couple of questions at this time in respective to where the presentation from Queen Dr. Tunishai, you can raise your hand at this time and we will acknowledge and see where we can go from here. So if anyone want to maybe comment, if they get something from it, or if they want to ask a question, then you can do so at this time. Anyone? Anyone? All right, I guess everybody is okay. And excellent, excellent, great instruction and information coming out of the chat. Rita, if you can't hear, you need to maybe refresh your page, or if you're on a phone, come out and come back in, and or if you come in as a guest, then you know you need to click on that little speaker that comes up on that ribbon when you move your mouse or when you touch your phone screen. So try those and then you should be good to go. All right. And also remember that Dr. T has a free magazine. So please subscribe to that free magazine. Right? It's free magazine. Right? So subscribe to that free magazine and you'll get some more of these good stuff that Dr. T has for us each week. So subscribe. Just go to drtford.com. That's drtford.com. It's in the chat for those who might want to subscribe to that free magazine. All right. And I will try to put that as a link also. Let me try to put that as a link that maybe you can easily grab it right there and just click on it. All right, but it's in the chat for right now, the website. But let me push that link also. So it's Dr. T free magazine. All right. All right, so it's also right there at the top left, the link. So if you just click on that link on your screen now, then it will take you straight to that free magazine. All right. Any comment, any question, any comment, any question from anyone? Anyone? All right. It seems as if everyone is good. Chris is okay.
Hello, Derek.
All right. So, all right. So right now, we will now go.
Derek, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. As I said, I need to know, do you know what we have to do? Because according to the instruction of one account within 1 hour, but since then I haven't even tried to do one. I have tried different cards which I used to do formerly, but now I cannot do even one. I keep on trying every half an hour, always failed. Does it mean I have to stop, or does it mean I keep trying? That is why I'm awake up to this hour.
All right, yeah, so wrong question at the wrong time. We were dealing firstly with Dr. Tunishai Ford and her presentation. This question is normally for the end of the two presentations.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that because of my time. My time is
hello,
really late.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Allow me to, I allow you to ask your question. So at least allow me to answer, right? So yes, I was saying that this was specifically for Dr. T comments or
Oh, sorry
question.
about that. Sorry about that.
Allow me to finish, Pius. Allow me to finish. Right. So however, as I know that your time is very, very early in the morning, about 1 o'clock in the morning, and so we will let you know. We will answer the question right now for you. That you just have to be patient. If you clear your cache, clear your cookies. If you haven't done that before, clear your cache, clear your cookies, and then try again.
I did it today. I did it. Yeah, I did it yesterday. Today is a Wednesday.
Okay, well then you just need to try again. 30 minutes, try again. 30 minutes, try again. That's the instruction coming from Ashmafal. You just have to try. Change your browser. Use Firefox. Use Edge. Use Explorer. Just try different browsers. But you just have to try and make sure you clear it up with your bank that you are making this payment or a couple payments of 143. So if you do all of those, then the only thing that you can do is try again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much, King Pius. Really appreciate it. And so, all right, there's no question, no discussion on the topic. Well, we will move right over to the next presentation, which this is coming from our First Lady. Our First Lady will be doing the next presentation. And as we know, that she is a cyber security guru. That is what she spent her time doing at school, at all levels, all the way up to tertiary, and most definitely, she has her doctorate in that field. And so, without any further ado, our First Lady, Queen Dr. Benny, will now do a presentation in reference to cyber security, tips to stay protected, and this is part 9. So focus all your attention now to Queen Dr. Bernadette Itinglet.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my brothers and sisters, to my queens and kings around the globe. Welcome, Sister Julie. Thank you. Thank you so much to our King, Dr. Derek, for giving me this opportunity. Today, we're just going to talk about artificial intelligence. As we all know that our company is utilizing artificial intelligence like any other company. I didn't know much about artificial intelligence until I found out the importance that our products are all powered by artificial intelligence. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen. Let's see. It's loading. So you guys know about artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? A lot of companies are utilizing this artificial intelligence. I can open it, and then you guys will see. Open that. All right. Here we go. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a machine ability to perform cognitive functions as humans do, such as receiving, learning, reasoning, and solving problems. So the benchmark for artificial intelligence is the human's level concerning in terms of reasoning, speech, and vision.
Okay, got that.
Artificial intelligence is the theory and development of computer systems capable of
No.
Okay, I am going to start again. Please, those who have co-hosts, could you please do not disturb? Artificial intelligence is a machine's ability to perform cognitive functions as humans do, such as perceiving, learning, reasoning, and solving problems. The benchmark for AI, which is artificial intelligence, is the humans concerning in terms of reasoning, speech, and vision. Artificial intelligence is the theory and development of computer system capable of performing tasks that historically require human intelligence, such as recognizing speech, making decisions. It makes decisions. It identifies patterns. So, in a nutshell, it is an umbrella in terms that encompasses a wide variety of technologies, including machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing. Although the term is commonly used to describe a range of different technologies in use today, many disagree on whether this actually constitutes artificial intelligence. Instead, some argue that much of the technologies used in the real world today actually constitute highly advanced machine learning that is simply a first step towards true artificial intelligence or general artificial intelligence. Yet, despite many philosophical disagreement over whether it's true, right? Whether it's true, intelligence machine actually exists. When most people use the term AI today, they are referring to a suite of machine learning power technologies such as ChatGPT or computer vision that enables a machine to perform tasks that previously only humans can do, like generating written content, steering a car, or analyzing data. So nowadays, artificial intelligence is used, almost all the industries that are utilizing artificial intelligence. So although giving the technological edge to all companies integrating to artificial intelligence at scale, but according to McKinsey, artificial intelligence has the potential to create $600 billion of value in retail, bring 50% more incremental value in banking compared with other analytic technique in transport and logistics. The potential revenue jump is 89% more. Concretely, if an organization, maybe like us, our own passive or any other organization, uses artificial intelligence for its marketing terms, okay, it can automate routine and repetitive task. Now, it allows what? The sales representative to focus on the relationship, right? Building and nurturing. Now, a company name, Gone, provide a conversation intelligence services. Now, each time a sales representative makes a phone call, this is what happened. The machine records, transcribe and analyzes the chat, right? The vice president can use can use artificial intelligence analytics and recommendation to formulate what? A winning strategy. In a nutshell, again, artificial intelligence provide a cutting-edge technologies to deal with complex data that human being cannot handle. Artificial intelligence automate redundant jobs, allowing a worker to focus on the high level, the value-added task. When artificial intelligence is implemented at scale, it leads to cost reduction and revenue increases. You guys know, I know that there are a lot that I will talk about, but I'm going to cut some of it short. But let's give a little bit history of artificial intelligence, just a little. Artificial intelligence is a buzzword, although in 1956, advanced, great expert from different backgrounds decided to organize a summer research project on artificial intelligence. So there were 4 bright minds, right, led this project. You have John McCarthy, you have Marvin Minsky, you have Nathaniel Rochester, and Claude Shannon. All these, they were smart from different organizations. They joined together to produce, they joined together just to study, just to know what artificial intelligence was all about. Yet, in 1923, right? 1923.
Across the street, the same thing.
Right.
So I moved over here.
Okay, in 1923, you have Carrel Place name Ransom Universal Robot. The first use of the word robot in English. In 1943, you have Foundation for Neural Network LED. 1945, you have Isaac, Columbia University alumni use the term robotics. I noticed that in 2018, actually, May 2018, my nephew graduated with a PhD in robotics. I did not know the importance, but I'm seeing it bit by bit. I will not stay on the historical part. Let me move forward. All right, so machine learning. Machine learning is the art of studying algorithms that learn from example and experience. Machine learning is based on data that some patterns in the data were identified and used for future prediction. Now, the difference from hard coding rules is that the machine learns to find such rules. Then you have deep learning. Deep learning is a subfield of machine learning. Deep learning does not mean the machine learns more in-depth knowledge. It uses different layers to learn from the data. The depth of the model is represented by the number of layers in the models. For instance, Google LearnNet model for image recognition count 22 layers. Then you have natural language processing. A neural network is a group of connected I/O unit where each connection has a weight associated with its computer program. Now, it helps you now to build the prediction models from large databases. Now, these models builds upon the human's nervous system. You can use this model to conduct image understanding, human learning, and computer speech. You have expert system. An expert system is an interactive and reliable computer-based decision-making system that uses facts, right? And to solve the complex decision-making problems. It also consider at the highest level of human intelligence. So the main goal of an expert system is to solve the most complex issue in a specific domain. Another subfield is fuzzy logic. It is defined as a many value logic form that may have the truth value of variables in any real term between 0 to 1. Now, it handles the concept of partial truth. Now, in real life, we may encounter a situation where we can't decide whether the statement is true or false. Oh, man. So, let's continue. Types of artificial intelligence. You have narrow artificial intelligence, which is a type of artificial intelligence that will help you to perform a dedicated task with the intelligence. You have general artificial intelligence. It is a type of artificial intelligence that can perform any intellectual task efficiently like a human. You have rule-based artificial intelligence. It is based upon a set of predetermined rules that are applied to input data set. Now, the system then produces a corresponding output. The next, we do have a lot of artificial intelligence, but the one that I think is really good, it is that machine learning, which I'm going to explain a little. Right? So we have decision tree, you have super artificial intelligence, you have robot. Now, for the robot, intelligence is a type of artificial intelligence that will allow the robot to have complex connective ability, introducing like for reasoning, planning, and learning. Here we have artificial intelligence versus machine learning. Now, most of our smartphone, a lot of us have smartphones, right? That we are using it on a daily basis. So daily devices or even the internet uses artificial intelligence. So very often, artificial intelligence and machine learning are used interchangeable by big companies that want to announce their latest innovation. So, however, machine learning and artificial intelligence are different in some ways. Artificial intelligence is the science of training machines to perform human tasks. Now, the term was invented in 1950. At least at that time, I was not born yet. I was not born. In 1950, when scientists began exploring human computers, that how they could solve problems on their own, right? Yes. So artificial intelligence is a computer that is given human-like properties. Take our brain. It works effortlessly and seamlessly to calculate the world around us. Artificial intelligence is the concept that a computer can do the same. It can be said that artificial intelligence is a large science that mimic human aptitude. Machine learning is a distant subset of artificial intelligence that trains the machine to learn. Machine learning models look for pattern in data and try to conclude. Now, the machine does not need to be explicitly programmed by people. The programmers give some examples, and the computer is going to learn what to do from those samples. Okay. Artificial intelligence is used to reduce and avoid repetitive tasks. For instance, artificial intelligence can repeat a task continuously without fatigue. Artificial intelligence never rests, and it is indifferent. to the task to carry out. Artificial intelligence improves an existing product. Before the age of the machine learning, core products were built upon hard-code rules. Firms introduce artificial intelligence to enhance what? The functionality of the product rather than starting from scratch to design new products. So you can think of a Facebook image. Now, a few years ago, you had to tag your friends manually. Nowadays, with the help of artificial intelligence, Facebook gives you friends recommendations. Now, artificial intelligence is used in all industries, from marketing to supply chains to finance, food processing sectors. According to McKinsey again, financial services and high-tech communication are leading the artificial intelligence field. Now, so why is artificial intelligence booming now? As you all know that all companies are utilizing it, right? Why is it booming? You have a neural network. A neural network has been out since the 90s with the seminal paper of Young LeCun. However, it started to become famous around the year 2012, explained by the critical factors to its popularities that are, you have the hardware, software, and algorithm. So machine learning is an experimental field, meaning it needs data to test new ideas and approaches. Now, with the boom of the internet, data became more easily accessible. Besides giant company, right, like NVIDIA, they have developed high performance graphics chips for the gaming market. You know, there are a lot of children, most of our children here in the United States, they have a gaming computer they're using to play their own games, which makes them happy, of course. So artificial intelligence combined with data is the new goal. Data is a unique. Data is also information, right? It's a unique competitive advantage that no firm should neglect. And artificial intelligence provides the best answer from your data. So when all the films that have the same technologies, the one with data will have a competitive advantage. To give an idea, the world creates about 2.2 exabytes or 2.2 billion gigabytes every day. Now, a company needs exceptional, diverse data source to find the patterns and learn in a substantial volume. Here, you guys can see the big data. Within the big data, some of us do research, collection. You have the database. You know, most of the companies all over the globe, they are utilizing database. The database is like most of, we do have database engineers, database analysts, database administrators. With those database administrators, what they do, they will back up all the information. Let me say, when you go to work, and after work now, you have the database administrator will back up everything that has happened that day. They will back it up and save it somewhere for safety. So should in case something happen, they will be able to retrieve it and bring it back. Then you have the storage, you have resources, you have volumes and analysis. So hardware is more powerful than ever. Data is easily accessible. One thing that makes the neural network more reliable is the development of more accurate algorithm. Now, primarily neural networks are simple manipulation, right? Or simple multiplication matrix without in-depth statistical properties. Now, since 2010, a remarkable discoveries have been made to improve the neural network. Artificial intelligence uses a progressive learning algorithms to let the data to do the programming. Now, it means that the computer can teach itself how to perform different tasks, like finding abnormalities, becoming what? A chatbot. So, in conclusion, artificial intelligence is a full form of, or I should say AI, right? It's a full form of artificial intelligence, which is the science of training machines to imitate or to reproduce human tasks. Now, a scientist can use a different method to train a machine. Now, at the beginning of artificial intelligence ages, programmers wrote hard-coded programs, typing every logical possibilities the machine could face and how to respond. Now, when a system grows complex, right, it becomes difficult to manage the rules. Now, to overcome these issues, the machine can use data to learn how to take care of all the situation from a given environment. The most important feature of having a powerful artificial intelligence is that it has enough data with considerable heterogeneity. For example, a machine can learn different languages as long as it has enough words to learn from. Now, artificial intelligence is a new cutting-edge technology. Ventures capitalists invest billions of dollars in a startup companies or artificial intelligence products, and McKinsey estimated artificial intelligence can boost every industry by the least double-digit growth. So what I know that when it comes to machine learning, most of the time I will always give an example. When you go to Walmart, you go to Giant, or most of these companies nowadays, you will, if you want to purchase any product, right? You want to purchase. I'm giving you my own example, what I have noticed. There are a lot of cashiers. There used to be a lot of cashiers. Artificial intelligence has really taken a lot of jobs. You guys may say it is not true, but I know it is true because I have seen it myself. When you go to that Walmart, you see a lot of machines standing by, but there are a lot of customers, right? Then you see only two associates, the two cashiers, but the rest are machines. So most of the time, those customers, some of them don't have time to waiting to be standing standing by. They would rather go next to the machine. Just to let you know that that machine has been programmed by humans in that store. So all those machines, they know every product. They know their prices, which means that when you take any of the products, you go closer to the machine. The machine is going to ask you whether, let's say you speak English or French or Spanish. Click here if you speak English. Then I'll click here. Then the machine will ask you to scan. Scan the products or whatever you choose. Now, when you scan, it's going to tell you, I'm just giving you an example, right? It will say it costs like $15, right? When you scan the goods, it costs $15. Then you can continue to scan. At the end, the machine will ask you whether you want bags. How many bags do you choose? Do you want 1, 2, 3? You can choose. So that when you ask for if you ask for the bags, if you accept, then when you choose it, you know, the artificial or the machine now knows that that bag costs 5 cents. So after you scan that good, let me say it costs $15. As soon as you scan it and it says $15, then the machine will ask you whether you're done. Remember, the machine is being programmed by human. So when you scan it, and if it's the goods or the product costs that $15, as soon the machine now will ask you to insert your money, right? You guys know that when you go to Giant, it does that. If you don't have time to stand in front next to the cashier, you can go to that machine. So when you insert that $20, the machine will turn around and give you a change, which is $5. Like I said, it is being programmed. And when it gives you $5, then the machine will ask you whether you want your receipt. If you say yes, collect a receipt, then the machine will say, thank you for shopping here. Right? It's happening. I went to a dollar store. I noticed that they have machines there. I went to Walmart. Instead of, you guys know that Walmart, it has a lot of goods. So a lot of people come, but they nowadays they have like 7 machines, which means that those cashiers, some of the cashiers are no longer there. Artificial intelligence has taken the jobs, some of the jobs. I'm not lying, it has. So these are my references. This is where I got my references. You guys can see my references here. I want to thank you all for listening. Just to let you guys know, in future, I'm going to try to find out again what is the risk of artificial intelligence. I believe for humans. I just know that some of the risk is just that it's taking people's jobs. Even though maybe in future, it might give some jobs. But right now, some of our cashiers, they don't have jobs. But we still thank artificial intelligence or whoever is programming it. Thank you so much, my brothers and sisters, for listening. Thank you
Wonderful.
all. Artificial intelligence is where to go. A lot of companies are utilizing it. Artificial intelligence is also good. You know that cashiers, some of them, they may call out, like especially during snow time, right? And say they cannot go to work. But machine can do the job. Machine does not go to the hospital, but humans, they do, right? Yeah, humans, they have appointments, they have to go to work. So, but that is why a lot of companies, they're saving money. I'm not lying. They're saving money by programming that machine to do the work for them. Because some of our human beings, they're stubborn as well. I'm not lying. Thank you, guys. Do you guys have any question with this artificial intelligence? Thank you all for listening.
I only have 8 buttons, Dr. Benny. I wanted to write something, but I couldn't. I wanted to say something. I just said, okay, I'll wait until she's done. If you can hear me, because I had to refresh at least 5 or 10 times. Thank you for that outstanding presentation. You nailed it, girl. You know, I was just listening, trying to figure out, and every page that you had was coming out. I had to refresh to see every page. Probably that was something to do with me. So I listened to everything from the historical aspect, AI and machine learning, and the robotics. And I was just wondering, I don't know if there is anyone in the house, or maybe you do know. Oh, just one moment, Dr. Benny. Let me mute. Okay, thank you. I have a family member who had a very, very extensive medical procedure, and they used robotics. So I know that robotics play a vital role in the medical field right now. So I don't know if from your research you have any knowledge if that's going to continue, because we have some of the procedures being done by robotics right now, and I don't know if artificial intelligence comes into play when it comes to medical procedures. How will that affect the human being and those who are programming those machines to do the procedures? I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you are. I haven't done much research for the robotics, but I noticed that they have programmed their robots, right, to go and can you believe that, to go and give medicine to some of the patients?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to go. Okay, they will program the elevator. They will program the elevator to go to the first floor, second floor, third floor, to knock at the door and give medication. Life. That means it's taking jobs from some of the nurses.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So we have to, it's going to take some time. That there are certain jobs that, just give me a minute, that I found out that jobs that will be replaced by artificial intelligence. Customer service representative,
Mm-hmm.
car and trucks drivers. I'm just afraid that, if you need Uber, right? You would turn around, let me say, when you get downstairs, instead of you seeing a human being being the driver, you are seeing a robot. Hey, God, you'll be seeing a robot. But as for me, I'm going to run. Hey.
Dr. Benny, don't make it funny, because if you were, like, as I said, a major surgery that was done by robotics as a family member, and you see those things coming all over inside you to, first of all, give you the anesthesia and all of that, you run away. So will you get healed? So, I mean, this is something I'm trying to understand when I listen to you talk about robotics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence.
Okay.
So,
okay, the humans, they train the robot to do the work, and when the robot is doing the work, I think they will insert anesthesia, so you will not see them. They will do the work, and when they're done, you won't see them either. You're gone. You'll be ready. I mean, you'll get well, right? But we don't have choices. It's happening. And it will continue to happen. And we cannot run away from it. Queen Debbie.
I wish we had some of those medical experts in the house to help answer this for me, because I still have this lingering in my mind. Is it possible that someday to deliver a baby through C-section, you will not require a midwife?
Okay, I will do my research on that. Okay. I will.
Sorry, I keep telling you now you're going to go to cybersecurity part 10.
It's okay. I mean, Sister Marie
Pendy.
Sister Marie Pendy made me to understand that they have already programmed these robots to give medication.
And maybe also bring food to the patients.
That's right. That one is easy. I mean, the patients, they will understand that, hey, we don't really have enough nurses, so the robots take care of us. I will do my research on that, Sister Debbie.
Okay, if I could just interject.
Please go ahead.
It hasn't anything to do with medical people, because really and truly medical people are scared at this time. Because yes, that is what we talked about even a couple of weeks ago with digital transformation. It's not going back. It's not reversing. It's not going to stand still. Digital transformation is the wave of the future, because one, people take a lot of smoke break. Two, people take a lot of medical leave. Three, people take a lot of bathroom break. Four, and when you talk about production, unfortunately, the bottom line that most businessmen look at is the bottom line. And so therefore, the bottom line is going to be always what business people look at. How much money can they save and put in their pocket? Now, instead of paying 10 people, or let me say 3, instead of paying 3 people for 3 shifts to, 3 to 10, 10 to 10, 6 to 2, 2 to 10, 10 to 6. So you have to pay 3 people to work that 24 hours. 3, right? And so therefore, or in some cases, you have to pay 2. 1 work the night, 1 work the day. So instead of paying 3 people or 2 people, you take all of that money, get a robot, no bathroom break, no smoke break, no goofing around, all of that nonsense, so to speak, unfortunately. And so digital transformation is the way that we are going. So therefore, you need to start to learn all you can learn about digital, all you can learn about artificial intelligence, because that's the way society is going. Look, I always use this example. Look at Easy Pass. And you say, we are looking at it as our benefit, because I don't have to stay in the line for half an hour or an hour to pay my money. I don't 70 miles per hour, and Easy Pass snap me thing, and I am still at 70 miles an hour. Okay? And so therefore, that is a benefit to me, not understanding that just New York alone, 1,500 people lost their jobs. to easy pass. Not going to come back again. Never to come back. So yes, Queen Debbie, yes, there are robotics even in the surgical field, where surgeries, invasive surgeries, all type of brain surgeries, heart surgeries, surgeries are used by robotics, right? Because one, the precision is always precise. The cut is much neater, if any at all. Maybe sometimes just a little hole to put that robotic thing inside, and that's it. So yes, the person is fully, you know, I don't know if it's robotics that is used to administer anesthesia, but the person not going to be seeing all of these things around him. And so just like a normal, before the surgery start, the person is already sleeping. So the person not going to see anything coming down on them because they are already sleeping. All right. But yes, surgery is using robotics now, most definitely. So yes, and that is going to, doctors strike, nurse strike, medical people strike. We're not into all of that anymore, unfortunately. So learn digital, learn digital. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. I earlier said from the beginning, I always tell people that everything is going to become digital and we don't have choices. We have no choice. So, Queen Debbie, you heard Dr. Derek. We have Queen Jacqueline Warner.
I sure did. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. I appreciate it. And thank you, Dr. Benny. Queen JW, your hand is up. So I mute myself. Queen JW, please proceed.
Yes, good evening. Good evening to all. Amazing presentation again, Dr. Benny. And most likely I missed Dr. Ford, but I know it was amazing also. I just want to say, thanks, Dr. Benny, for allowing us to even to bring that presentation that we will better understand AI, because we just keep on hearing it, but with you bringing that information with the types and the history and so forth, that was totally amazing. Thank you so much. But just to piggyback a little bit on Dr. Derek, yes, AI is taking a lot of people's jobs, yes, but also I think people could have gotten the opportunity, especially a lot of people getting the opportunity to learn something new. But then and again, everything is not for everybody. And yet there's good and bad in everything. And yet, yes, AI is here forever. Yes. We don't have control of that. That's what it is. And that's the way we have to go. But at the same time too, a lot of people will be losing their jobs. And where do they go from there? And that's more reason for us to share our affiliate link to help those that's going to really need another exit, a new way of making or earning money to help their help feed their families and so forth. And we make a smile about it, but it's going to be very detrimental for a lot of those who are older and don't know anything about IT. You hear some who say, oh, we're not even savvy about computers. We don't know this. Some of them just answer their phones. They don't even know. So it's good and it's going to be bad for some. And so that's why we have the opportunity to really share our links, and let's do so we can help those that's going to be less fortunate and really be in a loss. So let's help them. So thanks so much for bringing that to our knowledge, bringing that knowledge to us, Dr. Benny. We appreciate you. And thank you, Dr. Derek, for allowing us to speak on the platform. And good evening to all the brand ambassadors. Thank you, Queen Debbie, also.
Thank you, Queen JW. We know you're taking care
You're
of
welcome.
the 9th grandchild. So.
Yeah. Oh boy, I had to run from her today. I had to run.
Thank you for being with us. So, of course.
No problem.
All right. Another hand is up for Dr. Benny. I only have one device on. Okay, that was not from me. King Brother Augustine, your hand is up.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question about that affiliate link. I'm sorry that I'm asking a question about what Queen Jacqueline just talked about, the affiliate link. I thought the affiliate link could contain my name. I was looking for it. I did not see it inside the affiliate link. I thought it would contain my name. So, is there anybody who can give me the response to that?
Well, I'm going to give you one, and then Dr. Derek will hopefully. With the affiliate link, if you go to the ecosystem, you know, there is a link in front of you. It says, like, do you see that thing? They say become an affiliate, right? You can click on it, but at the bottom there is a place that you can just copy that link there. It is yours. No matter what you do, it's yours. You now send it to your friends, and if they join and they create that email and join, it's going to be under you. So it doesn't have, your name doesn't have to be there, but they are under you. I believe I'm correct, Dr. Derek. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. The affiliate
Most
link.
definitely. Your affiliate link doesn't include your name. Your affiliate link is just your affiliate link. Your website, when you are branded, so maybe you're talking about two different things. When you are branded, well, as a matter of fact, before I continue fully answering this question, could we just close the general webinar, please?
Certainly. Thank you so much. Before you close this webinar, I just want to let you guys know the jobs that will be replaced by artificial intelligence. As I said before, you have customer service representative, car and truck drivers, computer programmers, research analysts, paralegal, factory or warehouse work, financial traders, travel advisor, content writers, graphics designers. These jobs will be taken. So if you are in that field, start looking for another field. Start learning. Thank you so much. You can proceed, Dr. Derek.
Thank you so much, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Dr. Derek. That was an awesome presentation we got on cybersecurity, machine learning, artificial intelligence from Dr. Benny. And we appreciate all our live viewers. And we hope that you'll join us again on Thursday, same time. With the change of time, it's 6 p.m., not 7 p.m., whichever time. So anyway, we look forward to having you again. And this ends the session with our live viewers, and we're moving to questions and discussions. Thank you very much.
Okay, wonderful. Just to clarify, it is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. Eastern, we went back an hour. So it's on the Eastern Standard Time, it's now 7. So if you are living in Central, then it's 6. If you're living in Mountain, then it's 5. If you're living further, maybe California, which is Pacific, then you know it's going back again. Right. So Eastern Standard Time